Hello guys, welcome back to another live stream. How is everyone doing? How was your weekend and how has been your first 2 days of the week? Personally, I only took 2 trades yesterday. One was one win. Win was just a target one. Both Euro Yen and Euro Dollar. Yen ended up being a loser, entered too early. Euro Dollar ended up missing the biggest part of the move to the upside. So, as you know, if you have been following the stream for a while, you know that I like to follow a specific pattern on Mondays. That's what I'm looking for. It occurred. It just took way too long to conclude Euro. Just yesterday in the evening when you finally had that breakthrough to the upside. Yeah, so today it's another live stream. I do another one on Saturdays where I do my weekly analysis, and today is maybe a follow-up. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Any pair that you want me to take a look at, if you want me to go into more detail of any specific topic about the way I look at the market, we can ask. We can go over it as well. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, feel free to join the conversation and to share anything that you think may be relevant in terms of any key zone that maybe you look at, any asset that you want to take a look at as well. Mostly I trade Forex, I look at the indices as well, maybe some commodities with gold, oil. I just took a look at it, I don't really trade it, and a little bit of crypto, right? I also cover it. Yeah, dollar index, right? It's one of the assets that I like to analyze. It always gives me a good overview of what to expect from the major FX, which is perfect for me. I like to use it as a correlation for the euro dollar or even other major FX like Aussie, pound, even dollar CAD as well. Dollar yen at this point is a little bit different, but it's starting to get into this correlation again. So yeah, so if you follow where we were since last Friday, when I did this my previous live stream on Saturday. So where did you open? We opened somewhere in here, right? Just give me a second. So we open. I'm going to work or not? Yeah. We were somewhere in here for the opening, and that's what I was looking for, right? As I mentioned, I was looking for more dollar weakness for the first few days of the week. Tomorrow, now we'll see what's going to happen. I was looking for this low to be taken. To be honest, I had even a stronger bias of looking for the highs to be taken on the euro and pound, and actually the low to be taken on the dollar index, but as a consequence, I was looking for this low to be taken, especially after the strong move that we had in there. I was looking for that to happen. And it's a good question now. Where is the dollar going to? Right? Is the dollar going to go back to this level, to this demand zone that is still here, fresh, that was created during one of the CPI datas? The big news event, of course, for this week is going to be another CPI release on Thursday. Today we have the midterm elections. Let's see if that's going to affect the market. Just let's see. Maybe later on during the evening, at night by the market closing, we're going to see some volatility going on as the predictions may be starting to come out to see who's going to win. However, I'm not sure if that's going to affect too much the market or not. However, the big news is going to be next Thursday with the CPI, and every CPI data that is coming out has been quite has been the news this year, right? This was an example of it. Price and here, this guy's on the dollar, it moved quite strongly. So it just took this low from the end of last week, end of last month, and I could see price going below this low in there as well. So a little bit more maybe a weakness in here. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And yeah, this could be the next level, and this is already a double O in here, so eventually we can even go a little bit farther below on the dollar, right? So where it would be the target now on the dollar? That would be the question. That would be the question. Looking at this daily, so we took that week in there, price went all the way up, reacted from there. This could be the next level. Yeah, I think there was one time that I made a prediction that maybe we could see price going all the way back to 104. Maybe we're testing this level in here. That could be maybe one scenario. This demand maybe still fresh on this weekly time frame. I'm not sure if there's any level of structure in there. I could see maybe price taking this low. I have this arrow here. Why do I have this arrow? This one. So this one already marks as an engulf. Let me delete this. There you go. Easier. Yeah, maybe price could go all the way back to maybe 105 and then maybe a little bit farther below to maybe 103, 104. Let's see. First, we still, at least on the monthly, you can see that we have this level in here. Maybe that could be a zone to look for, eventually going a little bit farther down. So it's going to be interesting to see what's next for the dollar. I could see a little bit more weakness, at least somewhere in there, some reaction, and then we'll see. Bigger picture. I would still like to see price going a little bit higher, but for now in here it's okay. It's a nice zone to look for. Price reacted from this monthly zone, and yeah, why not going to the next monthly zone, which is a little bit underneath, at least 108, maybe something like that. Yeah, of course, if you're looking just at the monthly candles, that looks like it took just 3 candles to complete. As you go down, you see that there are plenty of action going on in between. So yeah, at this point, yes, these lows have been taken, something that I was looking for. Is price going to reverse a little bit or not? There's a way to maybe look for a little bit more trend continuation. Maybe tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Usually some reversals occur either on Tuesday, depends how money behaves, but it will be kind of either Tuesday. If not on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, right? So the kind of move that we had today, actually it was something that I was looking for to happen yesterday. So maybe today you could look for reversals. It's kind of a day delay. So maybe tomorrow there's opportunity to start looking a little bit for some reversals. Hopefully the market's not going to make all those moves during the night as the US midterm election starting to be known, the results. So hopefully there's going to be some opportunities tomorrow morning by the London Open. So yeah, a little bit more weakness on the dollar. That's my take. Today there was maybe a good opportunity in there to look for a move to the downside. Yeah, in there was maybe a good opportunity. That's all the move that we have been talking about. It has been completed, right? We have been talking about the shift in here from bullish to bearish on the dollar, even since we had break of this low. Even this one, to be honest, after that break, I was looking for sales. This one just confirmed. I was looking for even more further move, further move to the downside, and eventually price end up doing it. And now it just resumes. At least these lows, I think it's going to be obvious that they're going to be taken, and then we'll see what's going to happen afterwards. So that's for the dollar. Even if it means dollar weakness, looking at the indices, that may mean a little bit of a move to the upside on the indices. The indices in particular, they may be the ones that are going to react a little bit more to the whatever is going to happen tonight with the US midterms. As we've been mentioning, as I've been mentioning during these last few weeks, we can see a little bit of a difference between S&P and Nasdaq in terms of how far away S&P had already moved to the upside, and then when there was this retrace, how far away it was from the lows, comparing with the Nasdaq, right? Nasdaq basically has been reacting already from this level. S&P was literally still from here, like way too far away from the lows. Nasdaq took this low and it reacted from the zone that was fresh behind it, and now it's moving to the upside. And we saw that also S&P had retraced 50% from the move from these highs to these lows, and Nasdaq had only made that 38%. I could see potential to go higher. That information actually get a little bit more from Nasdaq. Because of a specific engulf that I see on Nasdaq, that's what I like to. That's kind of my bias goes based on that, and this is something that you can, of course, gather, right? Information, even if you have two assets that are so correlated as S&P and Nasdaq, sometimes they may be reacting from different levels, providing different information that you can use and combine in order to look for the best opportunities for you, right? So S&P by itself, it reacted from this demand zone on this way down. All this has been kind of a little bit compressed, so there's a good zone in there. We are reacting now from the zone where, yeah, during the FOMC, how this moved to downside. It looks like it may go higher. We create now this demand zone, price may retrace, may take it and may continue. Something that, as I mentioned, I want to be paying attention to is if there's any lows being broken on the way up, right? If there's any lows being broken on the way up. So this one could have been actually a nice zone, maybe to look for a continuation. I have this SR zone in here that was broken, price created these lows, leaving this price in there fresh. Price just reacted from it. It kind of break a little bit this low, however reacted straight away from the next month. But this is what we want to start paying. At least what I want to be paying attention to is if you start having some lows being broken on the way up. That may means that, yeah, maybe you can have some reversal in there. If not, if the demands are being just respected, maybe price will eventually just break the highs. At this point, we may have still this extreme level in there that these highs never really reached. So maybe some reaction from here, or eventually to take these highs could be a clear opportunity in there to maybe look for a little bit of liquidity to see some reaction. In the end, it could just break it and be used in the opposite way, which would be what it doesn't work as a sell that in theory it should have. It may just work as a long at this point. Yeah, maybe something like that. So yeah, keep tracking the lows. This actually looks like a little bit compressed by now. This demand has been taken. This low has reacted from that level. This demand has been taken with this spike. This is the next demand that is now in here. The price can retrace and take it. So yeah, so keep paying attention to that level. If everything as well is being touched and compressed, eventually we can go and just turn like this. So those are just a few clues that you can pay attention when you are looking for the approach when price is approaching a good level. Nasdaq, and this is one that again, if you paid attention to last week's live stream, there was a clear example on dollar CAD, dollar franc Swiss. Both of them worked out almost in perfection to what I mentioned and to the prediction that I did. And the topic basically of those predictions were engulfs and different scales, right? And Nasdaq is one that at this point is on the way. Let's see if it's going to be played out or not, but it's on the way, which was when it had kind of, you can divide the chart in a few different scales, different colors. And what you may have this green scale, which is composed by this this low, this high, And in here, we actually got broken, right? So we broke in here, which may mean that price may wants to go higher. On the opposite side, we have the opposite. We may have from this low to this high. And in this case, we broke in here. That may mean that price may wants to go. 1 second. It means that price wants to go lower. Now it's about scales. So which one is going to happen first, and which one can happen in order without the other being invalidated, right? Price, when you have this orange engulf to the upside, it means that most likely price may wants to go to the next level, whatever next level it is, maybe something somewhere in there. It doesn't. Price may just break the high and may just do this. That's it. Zone is filled. Price may break the high, may just retrace, maybe find the next month zone, go higher, and that's it. It's filled. Price maybe will just respect this low and go higher, and that's it. It's filled. In this case, price broke this level, and this level starts to give indication that price wants to go lower. Go lower from where? From where? Again, price could have just done this, and that's it. It's filled. The yellow confirmation, the yellow engulf. So in this case, price went to extremes. So price broke this low. It decided to go all the way back to test the highs that originated, that are the origin of the break of this low, and then make the move. So if you are aware of this, most likely, and usually if you do have these deep retraces, and if you are aware of the engulf down, that's when you can have your best trades, your best risk reward trades, because price broke a low, it opened the door that it wanted to go down, and it gave us the option to look for an entry close to the extreme, right? All the way until this supply level in there, right? That's basically where price went to. Yeah, somewhere in there. So yeah, that's perfect. And then the opposite, right? Price now went to the opposite extreme of this level, from this low that originated the break in here. And this is perfect, right? Price giving us this option of retracing to the extremes usually are perfect scenarios. Now, is price going all the way back and actually fill this level? We'll see. There is that possibility. There is a possibility that maybe price wants to still fake out the low. Yeah, play by your rules. Find your entry. You can, as price is approaching this extreme, that's when you need to pay attention to the way you like to trade, to the strategy that you apply, and whatever way you like to execute trades, just apply it. But the higher time frame analysis, that's a different topic, and you can do that higher time frame analysis. Be aware of the levels in a separate way to which whatever way you like to trade or execute your trades. Yes, so price indeed fake out is low. It reacted from somewhere in there, and at this point is going higher. Nice reaction at this point from here as well. It was a zone created during the this one is, yeah, from the FOMC, right? So let's see how price is going to move. But yes, if you pay attention, then you're going to take a look a little bit of the dollar CAD and dollar franc Swiss examples. You'll see what happened in there, and you'll see as well the same type of engulfs in different scales that gave different opportunities. And if you are aware of that, you should also maybe manage your expectations. Whoa, strong moving here now to the downside. On the indices, no idea what's going on. Maybe the first results, no idea what's going on. Yeah. Next level of structure in here. Price is actually moving a little bit in compression, just similar to the S&P. So we'll see. Yeah, just similar to the S&P. We'll see. Another one that we have been following is the Euro index, right? So we have this Euro index, which we have predicted almost the same thing. Same scenario, looking for those engulfs, looking for the direction that price wants to go next, and what are the spaces available, and where in theory price would react from, right? It could have been from here. Price reacted from the supply level, and then we had the demand zone that you mentioned just below this, and just below this below we have the next level. This is the space that price most likely wanted to fill. Price filled it. Price approached that level. Price was moving in this compression way, taking every single supply in there, and it's just a complete jump to the upside. And now price is back at the supply level. It's reacting somehow from here. To be honest, I could see price going a little bit higher. I don't know if this high actually reacted from there. So we'll see how price is going to react from here. A little bit of a compression here. I'm not sure if I have seen any low being broken at this point, which means that maybe you could see price going to the upside. We haven't had any break to the downside yet. Maybe it means that this high, it may be broken. But yes, we have made this compression for now in the lower time frame. So yeah, maybe some reaction could occur. Price could easily maybe react somewhere in there, go all the way down, at least until this demand zone. That could be an option, and even maybe fake out that one and get closer a little bit to this level. Could be another option, right? In terms of managing your expectations to your targets, just pay attention to which levels have been broken or not yet. Actually, this low actually broke this one, so there's a chance that euro may react from this, euro index may react from there, which may lead as well euro dollar to finally react to the downside after breaking the high. Just before this stream, euro had broken the highs. Yep. So another pair that is respecting the engulfs on the way up and down. This is the yen index. The yen index has been doing okay, respected somehow this highs in here. It's going down. It's a little bit in the middle of a compression now. Nothing much going on in here. This level in here could be a good level. Basically, price almost reacted from there, or it reacted from there, which means that yeah, maybe we could see a little bit more move to the downside in here, or to the upside. This point is in the middle. It's in the middle of the level. A few levels that I was looking for, it was that this, if the high already reacted from that level or not. If not, there's more space to go upwards, and then we should maybe look this yen index to go higher, which would mean dollar yen, euro yen, and so on, maybe to go lower, because they're doing the opposite, as we can see in here. So yeah, maybe that could be a scenario. We fake out this low. We didn't really react precisely from the demand zone, but the fake out of this low can be enough to push price to the upside. Yeah, that's basically for this one. So let's take a look at what's going on in here. Why is this not connected? 1 second. Right, so you are on now. Right, you are working. Oh yeah, euro. Fuck yeah, okay. Yeah, there you go. Euro reversing. Yeah, nice one. Still fake out that level, and it's going higher now. So, yeah, nice turn on the euro. Yeah, I was actually looking for a potential sell in there. I saw this compression being created today, and this is something that I was looking for. If price retraces, there's still an opportunity to try to look for a sell. Yep, price goes here, so maybe still some opportunities to look for it. Something that I was looking for, it was that we kind of we broke this low, and then it started that compression. So maybe targeting somewhere in here could be an option eventually when price will turn, and price actually just fake out that high on the left side. So why not taking that liquidity and maybe then filling the, yeah, so it just took this high and then eventually filling something in there before continuing to the upside. I think euro eventually is going to go a little bit higher. I could see it twist somewhere in there, or even going a little bit higher. So as I mentioned, I was targeting this high. I wanted to see euro going above this high. But when the market opened on Monday, this is where actually I got long, and then I ended up missing the second part of the move. Long somewhere in there. After this fake out in here, and price reacted from this level. I got focused somewhere in there. But yeah, ended up being break even the second position of the trade, missing what I wanted to catch, which was then the move to the upside. Usually on Mondays, price doesn't really retrace so many times. Price will just go higher. Maybe price was fighting that parity level quite a few times before it moved. Yes, nice drop now on the euro. Nice compression again. So you see, you can just follow with compression. You just need to be patient. If you know which levels you would like to look for, at least where maybe price is attracted to. In this case, it would be that high, break out of that high, and the question mark. It's just a question of being patient to execute. Yes, euro. We took the highs, so of course there's liquidity in there. Let's see how price is going to behave. I would like still to see euro going a little bit higher. So yes, let's see what's going to happen in there. Yeah, going higher. Maybe tomorrow there's some potential for reversals. Hopefully. A good reaction so far. Similar scenario on the pound, I believe. Yeah, pound it's actually really different. Pound is still, it respected this last fresh supply level, in my opinion. We mentioned that last Saturday. This was one of the last supply zones. Nice reaction from there. All of it has been compressed, in my opinion. Maybe there's a little bit of an extreme in there, but I think everything has been compressed. This would be, in my opinion, one of the last zones to hold price, and we had all these highs aligned in there to create some liquidity. Yeah, so let's see what's next. We didn't really break the low in here today, so we managed to respect it. So let's see what's going to happen. What's going to happen next? Is there any supply left behind in there to the highs? Taking time to load. Come on. How has been your week so far, guys? Platform is taking time to load. Oh. Come on. Finally. Everything looks compressed in here. Every single candle in there. It's maybe this one at the extreme. There. Yeah, there's maybe something in there. Yet you can even maybe still fake out this one and respect one above just to drop. Let's see what's going to happen in there. On the pound, but good reaction so far from that supply. That supply level. Euro reacting from here. Aussie as well. Aussie was a similar one, so we just finally took the highs. I was looking for that to happen, so we took these highs in here. I was actually looking for price to go a little bit higher. I found, where is it on the Aussie? Yeah, I'm looking for this level a little bit. I think there's something in here that could have some kind of reaction. But overall, I was looking for price to go a little bit higher on the Aussie, just to have some reaction above these highs. Like, I'm not looking for a big move at this point. I think we are in a good shift on the Aussie at this point. I think it was a good accumulation phase during this period. There's a chance for it to continue. But good reaction so far. Of course, now we have all this previous level of resistance in there. Kind of this demand as well. So let's see what the Aussie is going to do. In this case, there's maybe even still orders somewhere in there to look for. So yeah, it's nice. Start keeping an eye on maybe a few zones that price has left behind, and that's where I'm going to try to take advantage of. Dollar yen, as we mentioned as well last week, we're looking more for the downside. Yep, price is respecting this low a little bit. I think this low has the potential to be broken, and I'm looking actually for price to get closer to this level. For me, I think all of this kind of has been compressed. This was one of the last zones that was holding price up, and it managed to hold with this high, with this low. After that, we broke it, and we literally, in my opinion, it opened the door to go further down, and I think this level could be the next destination after to feel all this compression, and with the potential to go even further down in the future. So let's see. After that as well, after we broke this low, you can see the deep retracement that we had all the way until this supply zone. So nice reaction from there. Yep, this was during FOMC. Price went down, reacted from there, and yes, let's see what kind of reaction is going to be from there. But I could see price going a little bit more to the downside. Euro yen. So Euro yen is actually where I got my loss. I think I got in a little bit too early instead of waiting for that zone. Yep, it is what it is. In my opinion, I would like to see Euro yen going a little bit higher. That's why I was actually looking for the long. Take at least this double top and going potential to go a little bit further up. I don't like to see price being like reversing from here to the downside. I would rather continue to see price going a little bit higher, maybe in a compression way, until maybe it gets closer to that level before a turn to the downside. What we're having here is already a little bit of a break of a low on the way up, something that I like. So just continue to move higher, start doing that one, maybe take some orders from here so you can go down, maybe respect this zone in there, and take those orders, continue to go higher, create a new high, fake out these guys, and get closer to that level before you turn. So that could be a good setup. We'll see, or maybe just continue to go higher. We'll see what you're going to have. It's a little bit of a difference between the Euro yen and dollar yen, which Euro yen and dollar yen, we had the same lows being created in here. However, dollar yen had that extra low that kind of broke this one. Euro yen never had this low that broke anything here. So there's a little bit of a difference between those two, which is something to be aware of. Dollar CAD, here we go. So if you take a look at dollar CAD and what you saw last week, it was exactly that, right? So again, the conversation, the topic about engulfs and fake outs and engulfs and scales. This one was a massive one that I was looking for. I even mentioned price to react from there. Initially it would go higher because this high actually fake out this level, so it would go higher in the initially, just to then go and complete the move by this double low. I was targeting these lows in here. So far, nice reaction. I think price will continue to go lower, but so far you can see nice reaction, right? So I was targeting this double low. That's where I target last Saturday when I was looking at the cut, with the potential to go even farther down and even maybe below in here, maybe to 1, 2, 3, 1.32, somewhere in there. Yeah, somewhere in there, or in here as well. But so far it's reacting from this level. So yeah, this target has been reached. Price did spend quite a little bit of time in here on Monday until finally today we had just big drop to finally complete that move. So yeah, dollar CAD again, and you can rewatch that the live stream. I think it was from 1 week ago. You can rewatch and making the prediction exactly of what happened and how it played out. The conversation again in goofs and chaos, and try to take advantage of that. Yes, so far good reaction. Let's see how price now is going to react from there, if it retraces that much. And I could see price going a little bit further down. Another cut. Dollar franc Swiss was the other one, right? We had this engulf down in here from this level. Actually, almost all of it has been compressed, so it didn't just broke into this compression, even broke below this level. So I was looking for price to go a little bit further down. Yes, we already took these lows. I think there's a little bit more room to the downside, maybe until here, but we already took these lows. On the other hand, we had this engulf up that in the midterm, we should expect price to go a little bit closer to these highs. It actually basically respected this double top in here to the pip. Yes, we had this demand zone that I mentioned that it would be a nice zone for price to go to. And yes, from here to go higher and then to go down to complete this move in here already created from these walls. And that's it. It's done in there. Nice small fake out just before the drop down. There's a chance that then price may wants to go a little bit higher, even fake out those guys, but before that he could actually just continue. Doesn't need to be faking out every single high and low all the time. Supplies and demands are there as well to be respected. Otherwise, no one will trade directly supplies and demands. It wouldn't work every now and then. Yeah, that's it for dollar. For dollar franc Swiss. Yeah, let's take a look at crypto. Gold, massive move to the upside. It managed to respect its low, as I mentioned last week. I think this one's going to be taken. Price going a little bit higher, and let's see if we finally break these highs, and if price wants to go higher. Massive move on gold today. Massive one. Not sure if it was anything related with crypto as well. The crypto news. Yeah, and whoa, Bitcoin. Okay, massive. That's a reaction from crypto. That's for sure. Okay. Yep. Nice reaction from this demand. That was one of the spaces that was available when it dropped. It still managed to respect that level. Okay, Bitcoin. And now it actually reacted now from the other zone. So this demand in here, actually it was kind of still fresh because this one have reacted from there. Are we finally going to break these walls in here? Are we going to completely turn and move to the upside? That's a massive move in there. Yeah, massive. Is Bitcoin finally ready to break these walls? I'm just going to respect this demand zone in here, that this wall never took it, and just continue now to move to the upside. Attention to this level as well, continue or not. If it's broken, maybe there's a little bit more room to the upside. If you want, you can just start paying attention to some maybe supply levels that were left behind during this drop. That can be something interesting to do. This one has been taken nicely in there. This one took it in here. There's maybe some orders still in there. This one has been taken or not? Yep, I think it has been taken in there. So nice reaction in there from top as well. And you can do that exercise of looking for any supply demand that maybe still be fresh. This one maybe should have respected price. It didn't, so maybe there's some reaction in there to be taken. So yeah, nice massive move, right? How is crypto going? How is Ethereum going? Yeah. Yeah, Ethereum is now reacting from the kind of the demand that Bitcoin was reacting first. Ethereum, we covered that I think last week. That for me, price had broken these highs in here. And there was a little bit more room to the upside. And twist until we touch kind of this level or then maybe the supply. I was looking for that to happen, at least to fill the space. Price went down, respected demand, and it filled space in there. So all of that has been done. For me, no complaints about it. Yeah, what else? There's maybe some orders in here that maybe Ethereum could go to. Is Ethereum ready to go and go further down after reacting from this level? To go completely all the way down? It could be. This could be a good level to go to after taking this one. This high in here is somehow still the high that managed to make all these moves to the downside. So why not? The compression actually was quite good. We had all this strong compression to the downside, to the upside, sorry. Rest in here. This has been taken. There's something in there. This one has been compressed in there. Yeah. Strong moves, right? There is a little bit of this demand underneath it, but we do have these ones a little bit farther below, which can be even more attractive than this one alone. So if price does want to go a little bit further down, could go somewhere in there. Yeah, with the chance of even going there as well. All right, some activity in here, right? After 1.5 months almost not moving, we finally have some moves in here, right? You can see how price was behaving basically since the middle of September until we finally break away from this level. And now, yeah, it's funny, right, to look for these kind of moves. And there is some volatility in here. Yeah, so what do you have in here on the euro? Did price break this one? It breaks. Get a little bit more room to the downside. Oh yeah. All right, guys. It's a short stream today. Just to follow through with what we covered last Saturday. Again, I was looking for that bearish dollar and strong euro and pound for the beginning of the week. That has been accomplished. We broke the high. I could see a little bit more room to the upside on the euro. However, it just broke that massive high, which can be a little bit of a retracement before maybe the continuation to the upside. So yeah, we will see what's going to happen. For me, this wall hasn't really broken yet. Hasn't been broken yet. So yeah, we will see. I can see that we did manage to break this one in there, and that's kind of the beginning of the compression there. There's chance price going a little bit down there. We'll see. So basically the beginning of the move has been done. We have CPI on Thursday. I'll be curious to see where price is going to be by then. If the euro is going to be closer to this level, close to these highs. Are we going to have another reaction from there to the downside? That's a question mark to be had. Are we going to finally continue a little bit higher? Is price going to be playing around in between the parity or not? So a few things to look at. I still see a little bit more weakness on the dollar, which would mean a little bit more strength on the other ones. But yeah, the move that I was looking for the beginning of the week, that's done. That is done. Now I'll be looking for ways to look for, let's start looking for some reversals in the market. Maybe for tomorrow's session, some kind of reversal until Thursday. We'll see. Yep. Okay, guys. Thank you for thank you for joining. If you are watching the recording of later on the stream, feel free to ask any questions if you want. I will get back to you either answering the comments straight away, or I will answer you on Saturday when I'm going to do the next live stream. So yeah, stay safe. Good luck for the rest of the week. Thank you. See you next time. Obrigado. Bye bye.